Hi all, John Jarvis here from firstpagetraffic.com. This is going to be the starting point in a series on how to be first on Google and search engine ranking factors. This series, full of search engine optimization SEO tips, will teach anyone from beginners to seasoned old dogs. There have been and will continue to be major changes in search engine algorithms over the past couple of years, and this is going to be an up-to-date series. Let's get on with some of these SEO tips. Search engine ranking factors. Tip number 1. Domain registration length. A Google patent says, valuable, legitimate domains are often paid for several years in advance, while doorway, illegitimate domains rarely are used for more than a year. Therefore, the date when a domain expires in the future can be used as a factor in predicting the legitimacy of a domain. In other words, register a domain name for a minimum 2-year period. SEO tip number 2. Keyword as the first word in the domain name. SEO Moz's 2011 Search Engine Ranking Factors panelists agreed that a domain that starts with their target keyword has an edge over sites that either don't have the keyword in their domain or have the keyword in the middle or the end of their domain. Search engine ranking factors tip number 3. The domain history. A site with a volatile ownership via Whois may tell Google to reset the site's history, negating links that happen to point to that domain. Tip number 4. Private versus public Whois. Matt Cutts is quoted as saying, "When I checked the Whois on them, they all had Whois Privacy Protection Service. That was unusual. Having Whois privacy turned on isn't automatically bad, but once you get several of these factors all together, you're often talking about a very different type of webmaster than the fellow who just has a single site or two." SEO tip number 5. Keyword in the title tag. The title tag is a web page's second most important piece of content besides the content itself. Therefore, it sends a strong on-page SEO signal. SEO tip number 6 and number 7. Keyword in description tag. Another signal, not especially important now, but it still makes a difference. Keyword in H1 tag. H1 tags are a second title tag that sends another signal to Google. The more signals sent, the better. Search engine ranking tip number 8. The keyword is most frequently used phrase in the document. Having a keyword appear more than any other likely acts as a relevancy signal. SEO tip number 9. Content length. Content with more words can cover a wider breadth and are likely preferred to shorter superficial articles. And finally, in this part, tip number 10, keyword density. Although not as important as it once was, keyword density is still something Google uses to determine the topic of a web page. Going overboard can hurt you, so keep your keyword density between 1% and 2% for best results. Search engine ranking factor number 11 is LSI in content. LSI means latent semantic indexing. What this means is Google wants us to use key words that are related to our main topic. This would help the search engines distinguish between things like cougar the car and cougar the animal. Search engine ranking factors tip number 12. LSI in title and description tags. Just as in our web page content, it helps if we use LSI in our title and our description tags. SEO tip number 13. Page loading speed. How fast your website loads in is another one of the Google search engine ranking factors. Tip number 14. Duplicate content. Duplicate content, even on the same website, can have an impact on how well your website ranks. If you have duplicate content on your website, this is going to be a negative factor. Tip number 15. Image optimization. Our images need to be used properly too. Their tags, their inbound and outbound links, title, description, caption, and so on helps the search engines know what your web page is about. Tip number 16. Stay tuned to firstpagetraffic.com for more search engine ranking factors, tips and tricks, and learn how to be first on Google. And welcome back, everyone. John Jarvis here from firstpagetraffic.com, and I'm continuing on with my series in important Google search engine ranking factors. This will help you learn how to be first on Google. So tip number 16 is content updates. How recent content on a website has been updated helps decide which website will rank first. Tip number 17 is the magnitude of the update. How big of an update the website has is relevant. Just changing around a few words, it's not going to do that much for your SEO. Tip number 18, keyword prominence. Having a keyword appear in the first 100 words of a page's content appears to be a significant relevancy signal. Tip number 19 is keyword order. If keywords in your content match the searcher's keywords exactly, your site will rank better than if the order of these words are a bit different. SEO ranking factor tip number 20 is outbound link quality. Many experts feel that linking to authority sites helps your website rank in the search engines, although I say the fewer follow links, the better. That's it for the first 20 Google search engine ranking factors. I'll see you in the next part of this series.